Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us and welcome to Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming worldwide on the internet at facebook.com/regionsports, RSN, YouTube, regionsports.com, and IHSAATV.com. We come to you tonight from Valparaiso High School as Von Tobel Building Supply presents the Penn Kingsmen taking on the Valparaiso Vikings. I'm Leo Staudeher, and I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game, and joining me with color analysis is Jay Simmons. Good evening, Jay.
Hey, welcome to RSN, Leo. We're glad to have you aboard. And the last time the Valparaiso Vikings put on the uniform was November 26th of 2022, and they won the state title 35-31 over Whiteland. So they're defending state champions, and they're coming out here. They're fired up. There's a crowd's coming in here looking awesome. So, Leo, welcome to the state champion Valparaiso Vikings.
It's great to be here. Football is finally back. We've been waiting all summer for this. It is a great night to kick things off on the gridiron, and you touched on it a little bit with Valparaiso. It's their senior night. They're defending their state title crown. The crowd is amped up. That can be a factor as you try to make sure you're not letting the emotions overcome you on a night. What do the Vikings have to do to try to contain those emotions and play within their means here?
Well, I think, you got to forget the past and just focus on this season. I remember we talked with Coach Marshall in one of our coaches' meetings at the Catch Table and Tap in Maryville. We sat and talked with Coach about this, and he was really focused on keeping those guys on looking ahead, not looking behind. So I think he's done a great job. We'll find out whether or not he's done a great job tonight, but he's got a tall task. Since '79, I've gone back and looked this up. Valparaiso is 6-20 against the Penn Kingsmen. Ouch.
This is a team that gave Valpo one of their losses last season en route to a state championship. For Penn, they're a team that has state aspirations every year, an uncharacteristic first-round matchup loss last year in the playoffs. So they're going to be looking to try to get back on the right track against a team they had success against last year. And these are both teams returning a bulk of their starters from last year. So this is a good way to figure out where you stack up early in the season.
Yeah, think about it. Penn goes 7-3, beats Valpo 35-6, and then Valpo goes on to a state title run. I remember a couple of those games, a great game against Maryville with a victory 15-14 in the regionals. It seemed like as soon as they got past Lake Central with a 21-14 win, with a bad special teams play by Lake Central, then all of a sudden the momentum started going their way. Once they hit sectionals, they beat LaPorte 42-3, beating Chesterton 14-7. A squeaker, barn burner here, 14-15 against Maryville, and then the same thing, Fort Wayne Snyder 22-21 in overtime. So it seemed like all the things went really Coach Marshall's way last year, so let's see if he can get it going right here to start.
For the Vikings, they'll be returning some of their key faces from last season. They'll have their signal caller back and their two top rushers as we are getting ready for kickoff here. So we will be back with this matchup between the Vikings and the Kingsmen. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network. Building better together. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you here as we're getting ready for kickoff between Valparaiso and Penn. So let's get to know the starters for the Vikings, the defending state champions. They bring back a lot of that core from last season, Jay.
Yeah, they do. They bring back Justin Clark. When I saw him last season, he was really struggling throwing the ball. He was a very good runner, but it seemed like once he got to playoff time, he took it to the next level, and in the state championship had a great game passing the ball. So he's matured as a junior last year, rolling into this season. Last year in 14 starts, he was 75 for 163 with 1,035 yards, 6 touchdowns. Not really great. But the touchdown that I always like to look at as a former quarterback wide receiver, look at 6 touchdowns throwing, but 6 interceptions. Justin Clark also did it with his legs. In the 14 games, had 183 rushes, just south of 1,000 yards with a 5.4 average, 11 touchdowns. Then you've got a couple good running backs with a lot of experience coming back this year, especially Thomas Berta. He was a sophomore last year, came in and filled in for Travis Davis when he got hurt. 155 carries, 810 yards, 11 touchdowns. Travis Davis, the second part of the two-headed monster, 178 rushes, 1,065 yards, 11 touchdowns. And then you go to the receiving core. You got Julian Stokes coming back. 13 catches, 291 yards, 1 touchdown. Scott Bradney with 15 catches, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns. So you've got this core of the wide receiver core coming back, but Valpo is a spread them out running type team. Now with Clark having more, Justin Clark having more experience, Leo, they might be able to throw the ball a little bit more. And when in their playoff run and throughout the season last year, I always said Valparaiso had the best front 7 of any team I saw. It all hinged on the secondary and the quarterback and running backs putting it together, and they put it together nicely and made a great run for that state title.
Especially early in the season, you bring up the running game. That really helps to have 3 of your key rushers from last season back.
Yes.
And they'll be getting it done behind the offensive line play of Matt Hoffer, the Toledo commit at left tackle. That certainly helps to have an experienced offensive lineman anchoring down that left side.
Yeah, you know what? And guess what? They're just going to say, here we come. We're letting our Toledo guy lead the way, and we're just going to say, bam, we're running that way, bam, here we come. And then, until they stop it, then, once they stop it, then we'll go somewhere else. But until they do, we're going to just hammer it there.
Especially early in the season, that is key. We will get a look at the opponent, the Kingsmen from Penn, when we come back. So stick around. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
A used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack & Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strack & Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strackandvantil.com.
We're back here at Valparaiso High School as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network, your local building material supplier and design center. Visit VonTobel.com to find out more. Leo Stauder and Jay Simmons with you as we're just moments away from kickoff between the Vikings and the Kingsmen. So let's get to know about the visitors from Penn High School, as they are a team that looks to try to win state every year, and they could be a tough contest for the Vikings.
Yeah, last year Penn dominated them 35-6 in the opener, and like we said a little while ago, hate to bring this point up again, but Valparaiso 6-20 versus the Kingsmen. So Leo, take us through some of their key players.
As we mentioned, the Vikings have a returning quarterback from last season. So do the Kingsmen. Nolan McCullough, the three-sport athlete, will be looking to lead the aerial attack for the Kingsmen, and he has two of his favorite targets from last season with the combo of Elijah Coker and Kellen Watson, both standing over 6'3". Those will be some big targets on the outside for him to toss to, and they'll be led by Jake Bellis, their senior running back who was all-conference in 2022. So similar to the Vikings, the Kingsmen have a lot of returning weapons they can go to, and watch out for the X Factor, their tight end Cole Bennett, standing at 6'3", 230. He is a large force to get to that can be used in the blocking game and the passing game.
And you know what? That's a nice target to throw to over the middle. When you got a guy that size, and if he's got hands and can catch that ball over the middle, the defensive backs don't like that coming at him. Once he breaks through the linebackers, yikes.
And what kind of scheme mismatches does that present? Who do you try to cover with a target like that?
Well, on a target like that, what you try to do is get one of your linebackers. Once he reads its pass, he gets into that zone. He's dropping in and trying to get in that tight end's way. Now, if he gets to the outside, the free safety is going to have to come over the top and help. But he's hoping that he's got some underneath help, definitely with a linebacker, especially at that size. And if he's got any type of speed, or if he's got some good hands, that is a super tough matchup.
And on defense, the Kingsmen will be led by the ball-hawking cornerback Dominic Bonner. This is a loaded team from Penn. They are bringing back a lot of starters as the Vikings are on the field. They are met by some fireworks.
Yeah, how about it?
quite the welcome home for the defending state champions.
That's some good fireworks right there. Get the crowd into the game. The crowd is standing up, cheering. They've got some home crowd excitement here.
Imagine being anyone in town not here right now. You're missing out.
Well, if they're not here, hopefully they're out there watching it on Facebook somewhere.
That's right. As we will take a break, when we come back, it's kickoff. It's the Kingsmen, it's the Vikings, and it's next on Region Sports Network. You're watching Game Night on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel Building Supply. With locations in Schererville and Michigan City, check out vontobel.com to find out more. And this Friday night forecast is brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Tonight's forecast is a great night for football. It is 76 degrees and sunny, partly cloudy here as we are just a few minutes away from sunset. Wind gusts up to 7 miles per hour shouldn't be too much of a factor. And that's the Game Night forecast brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter.
Well, as we're watching, it looks like the officials are, calling out for the captains to come out. When we'll find out who the starters are here in just a few seconds, which team is going to be receiving the ball to start the 2023 season. We're about a half an hour ahead of everybody else in Northwest Indiana. Thanks for everybody letting me know that. I appreciate that.
As we see the captains on the field, this is a big night for the seniors on senior night, the last time you get to kick off the season at home, and even for some of the underclassmen making their way onto this roster for the first time. You grow up going to these games, and now you finally get to wear the uniform. There's definitely a little bit of jitters as you have to try to avoid that as you get started here, and this is a tough team to work out those jitters against.
Yes, it is. So, Leo, why don't you go over some of the starters for the Valparaiso Vikings on offense? They're going to receive the ball. Penn Kingsmen declined the kickoff. So we'll just decline the ball, and they are kicking off.
We'll start with the offense line from left to right. It'll be Matt Hoffer, Ben Reichard, DeAndre Pierce, Grant Anderson, and Caleb Sharp. And then in the backfield, it'll be Justin Clark at quarterback, Travis Davis at running back. From receivers, it'll be Julian Stokes, Keegan Begley, Carter Emmett, and Scott Bradney.
And we'll get to the Kingsmen in a few minutes once we get going.
Valpo gets ready to return the kick here. It'll be Tyler Verschure back deep. He only plays defensive back, but he will be used as a specialist too, as kick returner, punt returner. Thomas Berta back there as well. Verschure expecting to have a big season.
Yeah, we talked about Berta, being only a junior. He's coming back with a ton of experience from last year.
And now the Kingsmen getting ready to kick off. It'll be to Dario Dillon. Lining up. Takes a gallop into it, boots it towards the end zone. For sure. Catches it with the body, and he's trying to run through the front line. He goes to his left. He's off to his scamper, pulls a juke, brought down around the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice return right there. For a second there, I thought he put a nice move on that guy to the outside and was be able to cut it back and get a big gain. But 22-yard line, not bad territory on the far hash from us.
Justin Clark brings his troops onto the field in the black uniforms. They'll be attacking from the left to the right of your screen.
You know, years ago we used to say dial.
No matter how you choose to experience tonight's broadcast, we thank you for tuning in as the Vikings look to start their season on a high note.
And the play has been whistled in. Let's start it.
So here we go. Clark lined up in the gun with a running back to his left, two receivers to his right, one out to the left. He waits the snap, and he hands it off to Davis. Davis rumbles forward. He's met by a host of Kingsmen as that'll be a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, just a simple handoff going over Matt Hoffer to 6'6", 295 left tackle. What did I say before we even started this game? We're going to the left side and then stop us.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Valpo. Again, Clark in the gun. He's got Davis right beside him. He receives the snap, hands it off to Davis. He's going to the right this time. He's got some room charging towards the defense. He's brought down by a pair of Kingsmen. Looked like Evan Whidden in the mix there for the tackle, but it'll be a first down for the Vikings. So 2 run plays, and that is advancing the chains for Valparaiso.
Yeah, you got a feel for Brandon Lynch. I think that's him. He is 6'2", 220, playing opposite of Hoffer.
It's going to be a tough matchup all night long.
Yes, it is.
As Clark gets the snap, he's got Davis behind him, hands it off. He runs right down the middle, met by a big hit by Maverick Brown, the linebacker.
Yeah, Maverick Brown. Looks like they blitzed right into the play. Good call by the coaching staff. You know, you blitz and you hope for the best, and you know, it looked like they filled a couple of the gaps in between the tackles there, and just blitzed right into it. Well, let's see if Valparaiso is going to open it up with a pass here. You know, 2nd and about 8.
So Clark in the gun here. Davis to his right. He's got Bradney out to the right as well. Pair of receivers out to the left. That'll be Begley and Stokes. Gets the snap. He's looking to his right. Goes right over to Bradney. And that one broken up, incomplete.
Yeah, looked like Clark didn't get the ball set in his hands before he let go of it. So he's got to take his time. It looked like he's got a little bit of the jitters out there. Threw a duck out to the flat. The guy was wide open. The receiver was wide open. He's just got to set his feet, relax a little bit, and follow through. I'm sure like he's been doing all summer long.
So the Vikings tried the short pass there. Were unable to advance the chains. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 25. Clark in the gun. Davis to his right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He's looking deep. Now he decides to keep it himself. He's trying to scramble, but he is wrapped up and brought down by Thomas Powless.
Yeah, that was a quarterback keep the entire way. He didn't even look downfield. You know, on a play like that, he's got to take his time, let that rush get up on him, and let those linebackers bail out. But he just seemed like he was in so much of a hurry that he just, you know, he looks a little anxious out there right now.
So Drayden Wilcox will be punting it for the Vikings. It'll be Tayshawn Bardo to receive it for the Kingsmen. So here comes the punt from Wilcox. That is blocked by the Kingsmen. It ricochets around. And the Vikings just let it roll all the way out to about the 48-yard line.
That was number 4 for the Kingsmen to make the block.
That was Elijah Coker, one of their receivers, getting in there with his speed, just getting a paw on it. We saw it just kind of corkscrewed up and not the with the way the Vikings want to start that with special teams.
No, not at all. That's one of the things you work on all summer long. And it just looked like the punter just took too much time to get the ball off. He took too many steps, it looked like.
So that'll be Nolan McCullough, the senior signal caller. In the gun, he's got his running back Ballast to his right, or just behind him. Ballast, the all-conference selection for the Kingsmen. He gets the snap, and he hands it off to his man. He's trying to power up, gets a gain of about 3 or 4 yards before he's wrapped up by a pair of Vikings.
Yeah, Jacob Bales on the draw right there. They're one of their leading top rushers from last year. Bales had some nice quick steps, was able to, looked like there wasn't much of a hole there, but he was able to make a gain of 3 on it.
So that'll be 2nd and 7 for the Vikings. They'll be led at defensive end by Tanner Young and Dylan McGuire. Ruben Wall, Parker Gleason at defensive tackle. As McCullough gets the snap, he's going to keep it himself. He follows a sweep to the right, and there are the Vikings with a group effort to bring McCullough down. Little to no gain there.
Yeah, nice job right there by the defense of the Vikings. Looked like number 37.
That would be Ruben Wall, appropriate name for a defensive lineman, as he met him like a wall there.
Yes, he
him
did.
Down.
Yeah, he was the first one in on the pile, and then everybody else. Good gang tackling right there.
So here's McCullough again. He's got Coker out to the left, Watson to the right. Ballast in the backfield with him. He's looking. He gets the tight end, Bennett. Bennett escapes one tackle, and he's brought down by a pair of Vikings. He was just able to swim over one defender before eventually being met by Jacob Moore for the tackle.
Yeah, really a missed open field tackle by one of the Vikings right there. Could have had him stopped well short of the first down. He put his head down, and he just looked at the ground and came up empty, and the tight end made a great catch and just hopped over him.
So that's one of the matchup nightmares we were talking about with a man of that size going out for passes as McCullough in the gun. Vikings make some adjustments to the defensive line, and there was some movement there. It looked like the Kingsmen jumped first. The left tackle, Nevin Freitag, was just a little bit antsy there, and that'll send his team back a few.
Yeah, still a little bit opening drive nerves for the Kingsmen, so puts them in a hole here, a little bit of distance. 1st and 15, but can be overcome. Let's see if they come out and throw the ball a little bit.
So we'll see if the Kingsmen try to spread things out. Bodel and Watson out to the right, Coker to the left. McCullough gets the snap. He finds Coker, who scampers over to the sideline for a gain of 4.
Yeah, nice job. Coker making the catch and trying to turn upfield. Just sort of his feet came out from underneath him. It looks like a little bit more than 4. Looks like about 2nd and 9.
So that's the nice type of play you want after a penalty. You don't want to let one penalty completely derail your drive.
That's right, especially when you got some great field position going right here.
Now it's McCullough. He's got Bennett near the line to the left. Ballast behind him. Coker to the left. He gets a snap. He fakes the handoff and gets it over to Bennett over the top. Play action work there for a first down, Kingsman.
Yeah, just a simple tight end dump pass right there. He fakes the dive play, comes up, finds his tight end, breaking right behind the linebackers where the linebackers filled up. The tight end's right there, makes a nice catch, takes a big hit, and they get another first down.
Jacob Moore in the mix on the tackle. Good job by the Viking defense not to totally fall for that fake.
Right.
The secondary was there as that last line of defense. As McCullough has 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. He puts Bennett in motion. 1st and 10 on the 27 for the Kingsmen. He drops back to pass. Pressure in the backfield. He's going to roll out right. He pulls one move, but he is brought down. Big hit there. It looked like Tanner Young with the wrap up there.
Yeah, nice open field tackle. Looked like the quarterback was, if he would have let go of the ball right away, his tight end was open in the flat. Just get it and throw it and let the tight end do the work. But the linebacker came out, like we talked about in the pregame show. That linebacker's got to jump on him, and he jumped on him, but it was just, I think, a hair late. So if he'd have thrown that ball right away, it would have been a big gain for the Kingsmen.
2nd and 10 for Penn. Again on the 27 after the Vikings were able to snuff out that one. Here's the snap, handoff to Ballast, or it's a keeper. McCullough, the Vikings not fazed by that as he pulled the ball, and went out to his right, but was met by a few Vikings there.
Yeah, nice job of the Vikings not going for the handoff fake like you did, Leo. No, but it was a good job by the quarterback to let it ride. And I think he made a mistake. He should have handed it off because there was 2 more Vikings standing right at the line of scrimmage waiting for him. It's big down here, big conversion down, 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 from the 25. 3 receivers out to the left. McCullough awaits the snap. Pressure coming from the Vikings. There's...
Oh, whistle.
Looks like there's a flag thrown by the near side official.
Legal procedure on Kingsmen. I thought I heard a whistle right before the play.
So that'll bring them back a few yards there.
And the Vikings brought everything, including the kitchen sink on that one. They were blitzing. They had 7 guys coming up ready, firing through that line.
So when you get a look like that where there is the penalty and you're bringing the blitz, as a defense, do you bring that same look again, or should you expect that Penn would be looking for that?
Yeah, I think Penn would go to a short, quick pass right here to get a man-to-man coverage. I would back off a little bit. Now you got 3rd and 14, 13. So I would definitely back off a little bit, play some zone coverage, force the quarterback to make a big play.
McCullough is met with his running back in the backfield. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's looking left. He moves towards the line. Looks like he's going to keep it. He's got space. He gets past the marker. He's going to the end zone. He is in the end zone. McCullough with the scramble makes something out of nothing there for a touchdown, Kingsmen.
Yeah, big 20-yard gain right there for the Kingsmen. And Valparaiso had that well covered at the line of scrimmage defensively, but they had a linebacker spying, and then when the quarterback stepped up, he got caught in the congestion, and the quarterback for the Kingsmen was able to bounce it outside and make a few nice plays, make a few nice jukes, and come up with the big score.
Dylan Dario gets ready to kick the extra point here. His team leads 6-0, looking to put the exclamation point on that touchdown. The snap is wild, and there go the Vikings trying to get to it. It's on the carpet, and that is a long missed PAT there. Bit of a misfire on special teams. So the Vikings able to escape there. Kingsmen only settling with 6 there. Take a quick break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back as Van Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network, building better together. Leo Stodder and Jay Simmons with you here as Penn leads Valpo 6-0. That's a dart of a kick scooped up by Verschure. The Vikings look to bring it out. Verschure escapes the front line, but he's brought down just near the 25. About the same spot he was on his previous kick return.
Well, let's see if the Vikings come out and get a little bit more of a flow going this time. Justin Clark did not look fluid in that first drive. Looks like he's still got a little bit of nerves going on out there. You know, as a senior coming back from a lot of experience last year, he should be past that. I think he's got to just relax and step into his throws. I think Valpo's really got to pound that left side. They've got a big size advantage and take advantage of it.
So Clark in the gun with Davis in the backfield. Clark did not complete a pass on that first drive. He keeps it here. He's got room on the right side. He is twisted and brought down by the Kingsman, number 52, Evan Whitten.
Yeah, nice job of the offensive line getting out there and making some blocks. Let's see. I'm trying to. The left guard did a nice job, number 65, getting out and pulling and getting in front of that quarterback. Did a nice job setting up the running lane for the Vikings on that play.
Now Davis gets the carry. Davis scrambles forward. He breaks a tackle and is brought down with a first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, see, this is where the Vikings get into a flow, get some good push up front. They do have a definite size advantage on the offensive line versus the defense, so take advantage of it.
So the Vikings looking to keep the momentum going. They move the chains there. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41, trying to bring it into Kingsman territory. They trail by 6 here. 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Clark gets the snap, hands off to Davis. Davis swarmed at the line. Not much going there. A lot of Kingsmen in the mix there. Jackson Griffith leading the charge.
Yeah, you know what? The Kingsmen brought 6 guys right up on the line of scrimmage saying, we can see what you're doing. You're running the ball. We're going to bring that extra guy up to the line of scrimmage, and no way you're going to be able to, no matter what, even with that size advantage, they're not going to be able to block that.
So the Vikings looking to try to make something after that. The Clark with a bit of a closer formation, 2 receivers to his right. Now he puts one in motion going right to left. He keeps it, and he is met at the line. He goes backwards, and he's brought down. It's Jackson Griffith again with the sack.
Yeah, number 58 for the Kingsmen came through, blitzed through that play, and hit Clark right as he made his play fake. That was, if I got it right, Tran Canigliano?
Yeah, it looks like it, as he was
he
came
to
make
through
the tackle. So Clark and the Vikings, 3rd and 17 here on their own 24. Looking for 3rd and long here. You have to think this is going to be a bit of a deeper pass, which he has not completed one yet. Clark has a blitz coming from the right side. He is trying to evade some pressure, dumps it off over the middle, but that one goes wayward, incomplete. So his pass.
You know, I think Clark, if he would have just sat in the pocket, it was forming a bowl around him. But, you know, he got a little nervous and jumped out of that pocket right away, and that's what caused the defensive lineman to get to him. But if he would have sat in that pocket, I think he had some time to throw.
Sometimes when you take things on the move with the pass, that creates confusion for the receivers, too, as they don't always know how far to run their routes.
Yeah, and again, he tried to throw across his body, and that's always really tough to do.
That punt is up, bouncing around the 40, rolling back. The punt from Wilcox. So it'll be down right about the 33-yard line, setting up McCullough and the rest of the Kingsmen to go back and looking to add another touchdown after what was a pretty solid first drive for them.
Yeah, but they started in great field position right at midfield. This one, a nice punt by the Vikings, a 37-yard punt. So the Kingsmen are backed up, but still pretty darn good field position with 1:30 left in the first quarter.
Now the Viking defense gets a second look at this offense. They can make some adjustments, make some tweaks to what they saw previously out there.
Yeah, you know what they got to do? They just got to contain that quarterback when he goes back to pass. That was their big mistake last drive.
McCullough in the gun. He's got Ballas to his left. Pair of receivers out to his left. He hands it off. Ballas trying to rumble forward. He's gobbled up by the Viking defense.
Yeah, nice job right there by the Viking defense. Ty-V, the outside linebacker, came up, forced him back in, and then got a shoestring tackle with a couple of help from his buddies. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here.
2nd and 7 from the 26. Kingsmen break the huddle. Bennett, the tight end, lined up on the left side. Watson out to the left, along with Bardo. It's a pass. McCullough's looking left. Now he's scrambling. Lofts one up there for Watson, and he comes down with it. Looked like a bit of an off-balance throw, too, by McCullough, throwing that one up there with a little bit of hope behind it.
Yeah, there was a lot of hope, but Keelan Watson was 5 yards past the defensive back, and the defensive back, once he saw it, ran past him, Watson sort of tried to catch it, tipped it up to himself, and caught it on the way down. Great concentration while getting hit at the same time.
So that's a big gain for the Kingsmen as there's 28 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. The ball is on the 28. We'll see if they run a play or just let time expire. McCullough takes the snap. He keeps it, fakes the hand off the Ballas, and he is met with a big hit by Sammy Ampeliotis. But that's still a positive gain for the Kingsman signal caller as the first quarter begins to expire. So you're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel Building Supply, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on Region Sports Network, building better together. As the Kingsmen get ready to start the second quarter here with 2nd and 1, McCullough hands it off to Ballas. Ballas evades a little bit of the pressure from the Vikings and gets the first down. He'll get the chains moving there. Just a short game, and that was all he needed there for the first down.
Yeah, Ballas kept his feet moving and it initially shook off that first tackler and was able to bounce it outside for a second there. I thought he was going to break it open for a big game, but they held on just for a short gain.
Ballas at 5'10", 198 pounds, plays with a lot of physicality there, being able to just meet that offensive line with a lot of power, or defensive line with a lot of power. So now it's McCullough in the gun. Ballas to his right. Snaps high. He hands it off to Ballas. Ballas tries to go left. The Vikings were anticipating it, and it's a swarm party in the backfield as they bring down Ballas for a loss there.
Yeah, nice job of pursuit defense by the Vikings right there. The first man hits him, and then 5 other guys get to him. So great job right there of swarming to the ball.
So it'll be second and about 12 there for the Kingsmen. Ruben Wall with the first contact in the backfield. A pair of receivers out to the right, one to the left. McCullough with a running back to his left. Gets the snap. He's looking for a pass, throwing it. His receiver was off the mark. Coker ran that route a little short, and that one just sails over his head out of bounds for an incompletion.
Well, I think if he would have thrown it right on the money, Sammy Ampeliotis was out there right in where he was making the outcut. Ampeliotis was right there underneath it. So he got that. He looked at his one receiver. He wasn't open. Just threw it away.
The 3rd and 12 from the 28. Last time the Vikings had, or the Kingsmen had that 3rd down, that was when the scramble from McCullough resulted in a touchdown. So you have to always watch for what the senior quarterback can do. So he takes the snap. He's looking deep to pass, throws that one to the left. That sails away.
And I'm trying to look and see which guy the coach is going to be yelling at, because the quarterback threw the fade, and the receiver, Coker, ran the hitch right at the first down marker. So I was sort of watching the coaching staff on the side, and I didn't see him yell at either of them.
So did that look like a miscommunication,
yes,
or he
big time.
Was throwing it away?
No, that was a miscommunication because he was open. But they're going to go for it here, 4th and 12, unless they quick kick it. I mean, this is, sort of in between territory at the 28-yard line.
Kola gets the snap. He's looking right, breaks one tackle, but the Vikings stick with it and bring him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a sack on 4th and long, and the Vikings will take over.
Yeah, big sack right there by number 33 of the Vikings. Xander Cumming.
Xander Corning with the tackle there. Corning missed most of last season with an injury, came back in the playoff run. That has to feel good to get that big play on the first game of the season for him.
Yeah, too small a print that R looked like an M. But hey, great play by the young man right there. Stop the drive and pick up a few extra yards for that offense to get started out there.
So here's Justin Clark and the rest of the Viking offense looking to try to get something going here as the handoff to Davis. Davis breaks a tackle. He's got space on the left. Pushes one man down. Brought down near the Vikings sideline. Huge gain on first down for Travis Davis to move the chains for the Vikings.
Yeah, Davis, that was just some sheer willpower right there. And you know what? Great job with the stiff arm once he was out there and got a few extra yards with the stiff arm right there.
It's a huge play by Davis as it'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Vikings looking to bring it into Kingsmen territory. Clark in the gun. We've got two receivers to the right, one to the left. Takes the snap, drops back, floats one up there. He's got a man open, and he catches it. Huge play by Scotty Bradney. The first completion of the game for Clark, and it's a big one.
That's a 40-yard completion right there from Clark to the receiver. Great catch, great concentration. The defensive back was draped all over him.
So now Clark and the Vikings setting up on the 11-yard line. First down, looking for 6 here. Davis in the backfield with Clark, bunched formation to the left, one receiver out to the right. He puts Bradney in motion going from left to right. And that's just going to be a handoff up to Davis. He muscles his way forward. The ball was on the carpet there. Who has it?
Yeah, it looks like Davis came up with it right there.
So it was a positive gain for the Vikings, but that could have been troublesome there if they lose the ball. But
yeah, Davis at 6 foot 230. He's hitting that hole hard, and he's lowering the boom right there. But as he was going to the ground, all of a sudden you saw that ball pop out, and he had the sense of it just to reach out and pull it back in.
So now it's Clark calling out the signals to his team. Hands it off to Davis again. Davis has space, lowers the boom, goes forward there with a full head of steam. Did he get the first down? Looks like he did not, so that'll be a 3rd and short for the Vikings here.
Yep, big play. They can definitely get the first down before they scored a touchdown. Looks like about the 1.5-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 3. Big conversion down for the Vikings.
Davis to the left of Clark. Clark gets the snap. He keeps it. He's got room. He scampers forward. He's upended as he falls into the end zone.
They're waiting to see. Oh, the official on the side calls a touchdown. The ball did come loose, but he had already crossed the goal line. Good call by the officials. Clark with the big run right there of 5 yards for the touchdown. For right now, the score is tied 6-6.
So the Vikings will look to try to get the extra point here to put themselves ahead here. We saw the Kingsmen had trouble with the snap on their PAT, so the Vikings could try to take the lead here after that gutsy run by Clark to tie things up at 6 apiece.
Yeah, nice job. Good job of reading where the hole was, and he just lowered the shoulder and took what he can get, and it was a touchdown.
So here's Drayden Wilcox out for the kick. The snap, the kick is up, and it's good. So the Vikings take the lead here. They're ahead 7-6 with 8:14 to go in the first quarter, or in the second quarter. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit vontobles.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network, building better together. And this scoreboard update is brought to you by Strachan Van Til.
Hey, Leo, all the other games just kicked off. We got Maryville Pirates number 3 and the RSM Pole versus Andrean going on, just kicking off right now. Hobart Brickies number 4 in the RSM Pole kicking off against Chesterton. Number 8 Lowell Red Devils versus the number 2 Crown Point Bulldogs. That's going on at the Inferno.
Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. As the kick is back to Coker. Coker's going to try to bring this one out, and he is brought down at about the 29-yard line.
And they're going to throw a flag. A helmet came off, so we'll see if it's a personal foul or a possible face masking. And it looks like it's going to be going against the Kingsmen.
Yes, Sammy Ampliotis had his helmet knocked off. Looked like a little behind the play there. Didn't quite see where that happened, but that'll bring the Kingsmen back a bit. We'll see just where they spot the ball.
Well, let's see as the officials decide, is it a spot foul or is it where the ball ended up? Personal foul, face masking, a 15-yard penalty, so the ball will be spotted at the, looks like about the 14.5-yard line, so we'll call it the 15.
So the Kingsmen backed up deep in their own territory after what was a pretty solid run by Coker. That was negated there by the penalty.
Yeah, this is their worst starting field position of the day.
So McCullough in the gun with Ballast to his right. 2 receivers spread out left. 1 on the near side. He brings them in. That's the duo of Watson and Coker out left, the 2 top receivers from last season. Hands it off to Ballast, but the Vikings were anticipating it. They meet him in the backfield for a big loss there.
Yeah, number 48 for the Vikings was in on the backfield.
It looked like Ben Forderchak there, the junior, getting in with the first hit. Viking defensive line has had a couple plays like that on the last couple drives where they've been ready and have been able to snuff out that run game.
Yeah, definitely. They are strong against the run. Their front 7, like I said last year, was one of the best defensively in the area. Let's see if they come up with that distinction this year by stopping the run here.
2nd and 12 from their own 12. The Kingsmen spread out here. Ballast takes the handoff from McCullough, and he is just gobbled up by the Viking defensive line there. Short gain, about 2 yards. So it'll set up for 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like that was number 33 for the Vikings on the tackle right there.
Xander Corning having himself a day as we saw him with the tackle for loss on the last possession, and now that play.
Yeah, they're doing some nice job filling the gaps. The Kingsmen just look like they don't want to throw it down at this end of the field. They are very hesitant.
So now the Viking fans getting loud on 3rd and 10 here. Cola takes the snap. He's looking right now. He dumps it over. Looked like he was looking for Ballast, but that one was off the mark, incomplete.
And if he'd have thrown that right to his target, there was 2 Vikings waiting for the pass. It looked like it was a screen pass all the way. Great job by the defensive lineman to sniff that out.
So that'll be 4th down for the Kingsmen, and they will punt this one away.
You know, you start to feel this in the second quarter that the momentum has shifted from Penn side to the Viking side. So and they're going to get some good field position, hopefully in their own territory.
Austin Isold, the sophomore, getting ready to punt here. Gets a snap about chest high, boots it up. That's spinning over to Vasher. Or no, that is big return there.
Wow, second effort. That's Austin McKenzie.
McKenzie with some second burst there. Running all the way to the whistle.
Yeah, and I thought for a second there he was going to bust that loose, and because there was nobody down there, and he lost his balance on that second effort.
So it'll be a good starting spot for the Vikings here, right at the 30-yard line of Penn. With 6:28 to go here, the Vikings lead 7-6.
Well, let's see if they can add to that lead.
Clark and Davis in the backfield. They have one receiver out to the right, one to the left, two to the right. One tight end just near the backfield. Clark hands it off to Davis. He is swallowed up by Alan Phillips, the defensive end, bursting in there, chopping him down.
Yeah, nice job right there by Penn, just blitzing right into the play. That was one of the linebackers coming up and stuffing that hole quickly.
2nd and 11 from the 31. Vikings looking for some positive plays here. The last drive we saw was really a couple of quick plays. You had the big run on first down by Davis, then you had the deep pass. They didn't have to kind of chunk it out a little bit, but now they have a 2nd and 11 here.
Let's see if their offense can get into a bit of a flow here in this drive.
Clark puts a man in motion, but he keeps it up the middle. He's bouncing forward. And a positive gain there.
Yeah, Justin Clark, you know what? He looks like a running back out there. He puts his head down and gets into the middle of that defensive line, and he's willing to take hits, and he's also willing to give hits. That's a rarity in a quarterback.
But we saw that on that touchdown there, where he wasn't afraid of that hit at the goal line, where he was knocked over, almost doing a somersault in the end zone. But he did whatever it took to get 6 points there. And he's helping his team try to move the chains here as it's 3rd and 6 from the Penn 26. Clark keeps it, and he's just twisted around.
Looks like about a gain of 1 yard, so it's going to be 4th down and about 5. Let's see what kind of kicking game the Vikings have. Looks like they're going to bring out the field goal.
Looks like a vote of confidence for Drayden Wilcox. Trying for the field goal.
It's going to be a 42-yarder.
Wilcox nailed the extra point earlier. This is obviously from a much deeper range. The kick is up, and it had the distance, but it was wide left, so no good there after the kick from Wilcox. The Vikings.
Yeah, it looked like he just pulled it just a little bit. It's sort of like when I'm about 100 yards out with my 9-iron, I always sort of pull it straight to the left. He wasn't as bad as I am, though.
So now McCullough and the Kingsmen take over in their own territory. We saw the Viking defense playing with a lot of energy on that last possession. They were looking to try to keep stopping the passing game from the Kingsmen.
Yeah, definitely. The run game is shut down for Penn right now, and so I think they've, you know what, try something different. Let's see a team throw on first down. I think we've seen one first down play with a pass.
So McCullough puts Bennett in motion going from right to left. He's got Bardo out to the right, then Watson and Coker to the left. This one's handed off to Ballas. Ballas goes, breaks a hole in the left side. He's got space. He storms past the 40 to the 30, 35, 20, 15, 10, end zone. Jacob Ballas on the first play takes it to the house for a touchdown, making it 13-7 Kingsmen.
Yeah, what a nice job of blocking at the point of attack by Penn. They had the outside sealed that way. They had the inside by the tight end sealed to the inside, and there was a lane, and once he got to open field, Ballas knew what to do with it, an 80-yard touchdown run right there. And, you know, the Kings penman right there, that could be one of the proud Union plays of the game. The Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters play of the game. That was an 80-yard great run. I'm surprised they don't go for 2 here.
Dylan Adario, the snap is
rolled back.
Yeah, that one looked like he didn't even attempt to get the kick off there as it just rolled on the ground and So that's 2 extra points there the Kingsmen have to walk away from without points due to a gaffe from the exchange. As we will take a break, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment has been servicing customers in Northwest Indiana since 1958. A full-service tire and automotive repair store located in Valparaiso. The Auto Repair Department can handle all of your repair and general automotive needs, while the Lawn and Garden Department sells and services outdoor power lawn equipment. Next time you need an expert, stop in at Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment, 1707 Lincoln Way and Valparaiso. For more info, the website is heinold-feller.com.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network. Your local building materials supplier and design center. Visit VonTobel.com to find more. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you here as Penn leads Valparaiso 12-7 here with 4:05 to go in the second quarter. The boot is up, back to Verschure as he receives it. He's looking to try to burst one upfield. He has space, and he is gobbled up by a pair of Kingsmen there, right about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, nice job, good return. Looked like he had a little bit of a hole, took advantage of it, and got some good yardage. And right now at 3:59 left in the second quarter, Valparaiso Vikings down. Did I say Valparaiso Vikings? All right, losing 12-7. They got to put something together here right before half, get some points on the board.
So it's Clark and the Vikings on the field as the lights are starting to take effect here. He puts his receiver in motion from right to left, hands it off to Davis. Davis tries to storm forward. The pile's being pushed, but the defensive line of the Kingsmen was anticipating that one.
Yeah, nice job. The offensive lineman right there got behind Davis and helped push him for an extra yard or two, and it looks like it's about second down and about 6 yards.
So 3:36 to go here. Still some time before the half, but the Vikings trying to put together a drive to get back in that lead by halftime. And those 2 missed extra points for Penn could come back to hurt them if Valpo is able to execute on this drive. As Clark rolls out to the right, he was moving forward, gets close to the chains there. It looked like it was potentially an option with the pitch to Davis, but he kept it.
Well, a nice job by Clark right there. He read it perfectly. He got to the end of the line of scrimmage. There was a man in the middle between him and Davis. He gave a little jab step to make it force that linebacker into a, do I take the running back or do I take the quarterback? And it looked like he went for the play fake. He cut it back inside and did a nice job weaving through those linemen and picking up the first down.
First down via the ground game for the Vikings. They set up here at the 27-yard line. Clark and Davis in the backfield. Clark takes a snap. He's looking right. Now it's some pressure. He throws it off. He finds the tight end. Begley storms forward for a gain. I think that's the second complete pass we've seen from Clark. And it's a gain of a few there as Begley was tripped off. That could have been a potential for more.
Yeah, Vincent Honer right there with the big time tackle right there, shoestring tackle, reached out and just tripped his feet up. Hey, you don't want to be chasing down one of those tight ends and try and meet him head to head on that. You'd rather do them by the feet and the legs.
So now Clark takes a snap, rolls out to his left. He throws it downfield. That one's on the ground though, as he was looking for Bradney, but he was just a few yards short.
Well, his problem right there is when he rolled out, he's a right-handed quarterback rolling out to his left. He's got to take his drop a little bit deeper, and then when he gets to the point where he's going to throw the ball, he's got to plant his feet and attack the line of scrimmage and then throw the ball down the field. He was still throwing, going across his body, and that's why the ball dived into the ground.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 on the 41 to the right. Snap, chest high, hands off to Davis. Davis breaks one tackle, but he is swallowed up by the or by the Kingsmen defensive line, I should say. They brought pressure there and
all right, fourth down. If I'm Penn, I'm calling a timeout. Why are they wasting time right here?
Yes, the Vikings are bleeding off time from the clock here. We're under 2 minutes.
I would not punt this ball until there was 1 second left on the play clock.
Looks like we have the offense out here for Valparaiso, too. They might be.
Valparaiso is going to punt the ball.
Okay.
I'll bet you on that one. I'll even give you like 10-1.
Looks like timeout was just called now, but that was, from the time we said, that was about 30 seconds that were wasted.
And let's see, who did I didn't see them point that who called the timeout.
That's what I'm trying to see, too. It was a few minutes. It'll be the Hose Connections halftime, connecting the first half and the second half of the night's game. It's the Hose Connection halftime report presented by Hose Connections, proven under pressure.
And don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be naming the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell's Companies are your insurance superheroes.
So the two teams coming out of their timeouts now. This will certainly be a punt for the Vikings from the 45-yard line. It'll still be Clark coming out of the huddle. Probably maybe a quick kick here.
I would definitely think so. I just don't think Valparaiso would put this on the line this early in the game.
Right, certainly not in the first half. As they put the heading under center. Steps back. And the Vikings will burn a timeout here. We will take a break as well as you're watching the game night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network. Your local building material supplier and design center. Visit VonTobel.com to visit more. As that punt from Wilcox bounces out of bounds near the Penn sideline. With 90 seconds to go here in the half, it'll be the Kingsmen taking over.
Yeah, Kingsmen up 12-7. A couple, I think, Leo, you mentioned it a little while ago, 2 missed extra points by Penn, causing it to be 12.
So when you have a 5-point lead here, a minute and a half to go, what's the tempo you're running with? Are you taking shots to go to the half with a bigger lead, or are you just trying to play it safe here?
I mean, it's the first game of the season. I think you got to take some shots here. You know, let these guys, play some of the big plays that they've been working on all summer.
So they put Bennett, the tight end, in motion. McCullough takes a snap. He's going to keep it near the middle of the line. He breaks.
I run another play, run the ball in this play. If I get the first down, you got the stop of the clock on the first down movement. Call a pass play after that and go for it.
So McCullough gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Davis, throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted by the Vikings.
So you should have listened to me.
Big play by the Viking defense.
Number 17.
And that was Tice Morris, the junior, with the big pick there, giving his team the ball in Kingsman territory with 55 seconds to go here in the first half.
Wow, he was double covered with a defensive back. Touchdown, then you pass it.
So that gives a great opportunity for the Vikings here. You get the turnover, 55 seconds to go.
And all 3 timeouts left, so they're in no hurry right here.
So Clark in the gun. Davis just behind him. 2 receivers out to his right. He rolls right, hands it off to Davis. Davis muscles forward, looks like he was just short of the first down, but a nifty play there by the Vikings. Gain of 5.
What you're trying to do is get that pursuit going so hard one way and then cut it back against Green. I'm sorry, my microphone keeps moving.
Clark takes a snap. He looks right, throws it over to his receiver, Bradney, but that goes in and out of his hands, incomplete.
Yeah, they've got to go down the field a little bit more, I think. Hey, you got 3rd down and 6, 31 seconds left. I think you got to throw something down the field, maybe roll out to the right-handed quarterback. It's a little bit easier. You know, try and get that tight end crossing across deep out route, get that outside receiver clearing out, and get the inside receiver running about a 10 to 15-yard out route here. Should be open.
Alcorn and Stokes, the receivers out to the right, break from the defensive end. That was Maverick Brown. Tackle for a loss there on 3rd down. Huge play for the Kingsmen with about 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, Travis Davis has got to be a little bit better in his pass protection right there. The defensive end linebacker came up, tight defensive end, came up, put a swing move on him, and went right around him. So Davis has got to be able to run the ball and as well block out there.
So the Vikings will let time bleed off before they take a timeout with just over a second to go. It'll be 4th and 11 from the 25. This game is the Hose Connection halftime report presented by Hose Connections, proven under pressure.
And so far tonight, we've got a couple plays that could be named after the game that you stay with us after the game. We'll be naming the Proud Union home play of the game presented by IKORCC, the Build Your Future. The plays of the game right there. We got a couple good ones so far. We got one big pass by Josh Clark for 40 yards to set up the first score. And I think Josh Clark, the dive and helicopter almost into the end zone. Let's see if the Vikings come up here and they're going to bring that. Looks
down by 5. It'll be from the 20 or at the 35, I should say, as Clark puts the receiver in motion. See, he drops back to pass. He's got pressure coming. He lets it fly to the end zone, and it's caught by Bradney. Scotty Bradney gets the touchdown, Vikings, after the Hail Mary pass from Clark, and that puts Valparaiso ahead 13-12 here as time expires in the first half.
Wow, what a nice job right there by Justin Clark, being able to feel the pressure, slide up in the pocket, and no defensive back in the middle of the field. What was going on back there for Penn? They didn't have enough guys back there.
So now it's Wilcox getting set to kick the extra point here. Try to put this lead by 2. Kick is up. And it's good. Vikings double the lead there as we go to the end of the first half. It's Valparaiso 14, Penn 12. We will take a break, but you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life takes you places and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strack and Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use, and it can save you time and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together. Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic deposit. Centier Bank can help you start establishing good spending habits today for your better tomorrow. For more information, visit Centier.com/student-checking or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network with locations in Valparaiso, Schererville, and Michigan City. Check out VonTobel.com to find out more. And you're watching the Hose Connection Halftime Report brought to you by Hose Connections on Kennedy Avenue in Hammond. Visit them on the web at HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections, proven under pressure. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you here as Valparaiso leads Penn 14-12. In a bit of a back-and-forth first half that saw the Vikings emerge with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, what a great play to end the half, literally end. Great job of Josh Clark with his vision looking downfield. He steps up, he's looking, all of a sudden he gets that rush, he throws it right at the line of scrimmage. Nobody in the middle of the field for the Penn's Kingsmen. Scotty Bradney with the big catch. And what great concentration by Bradney. He had a man right before he caught the ball, put his hands up, the ball went right over the top of his hands, and he made the great catch. But what field awareness by Josh Clark to get rid of the ball just as right before he was about ready to cross the line of scrimmage for the touchdown pass. Again, no time left.
Third and long for a touchdown, and then Clark with the helicopter 5-yard run. So those were impressive plays by both of them, and the missed extra point by Penn on the first touchdown proved to be costly.
Yeah, McCullough came at 4:16 left in the first quarter. And Valparaiso had that play well sniffed out, but what happened was as they were rushing, he stepped up. The spying linebacker, they had 4 rushers and 1 linebacker sitting there watching him, and as he stepped up, the linebacker stepped up, he got caught in a wash, and all of a sudden he broke loose and then made a couple nice plays downfield to get in. And again, we're talking about quarterbacks that like to run because he put his head down and ran over somebody right at the goal line. And then you talked about Justin Clark, 5-yard run. Just a simple dive play for the quarterback. Again, put his head down, knocked some guy going into the end zone for the touchdown. That came at 8:14 left in the second quarter. And Nolan McCullough's touchdown came at with 4:16 left in the first quarter. So up to that point, it was a 7-6 lead by the Vikings. And then with 4:05 left in the second quarter, Jacob Bales with the big plates on an 80-yard run, running the ball to the left side. Great job by the tight end, sealing to the inside. Wide receivers did a nice job with the block. Here we go. We're going to take a look at it. And Jacob Bales gets the sweep right there. Great job of sealing to the inside. And once he gets loose, there is no catching him. Vikings had a couple angles on him. He just went 80 yards with nothing in front of him. Great job, great play. Jacob Bales with that big play. You know, we're talking about our Proud Union plays of the game. We've got three or four great plays already in the first half tonight. And we're talking about the play of the game presented by IKORCC, play of the game. The Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky Regional Council of Carpenters. Great job on those plays. Hey, I think Valparaiso's got a little bit of momentum going into the halftime after that big play, but Penn does start with the ball.
Yeah, Valpo with the Hail Mary to end the half. That's kind of what you needed, knowing that Penn was going to get the second half kickoff. So if they were scoring that drive, you'd be down by 2 possessions. So you take that shot to the end zone, that puts yourself in a good spot to start the second half, especially when Penn missed those 2 extra points in the first half. They're really able to take over with the lead now. Yeah,
and the thing is with Penn missing those extra points is what happens if they get like 4th down on the 10 or 10. In the next minute or two, I'm sending the snapper and the holder out here, and I'm saying, you guys figure it out, because you might be walking home or something, right? Just kidding. But yeah, they're gonna need to be out here practicing on the field As soon as the band gets off the field, they need to get out here and start kicking it.
It's a matchup between two tough teams here, and there's plenty more in store here. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
If you work with industrial, pneumatics, or hydraulics, and you're in need of maintenance or repair, you need the right connection. For over 20 years, Hose Connections in Hammond has been the premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Have you checked out Centier Bank's student checking account? This no-fee checking account is perfect for students and teens ages 14 to 24 and comes with all the features you need to succeed, such as a debit card, digital banking, and automatic student checking, or visit your local branch. If you are under the age of 18, your parent or guardian must also sign on the Centier student checking account. At the age of 25, your account will automatically convert to the Centier checking account. You must deposit $25 to open this account. This account is not eligible for overdraft advantage. Member FDIC.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual card, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment has been servicing customers in Northwest Indiana since 1958. A full-service tire and automotive repair store located in Valparaiso. The auto repair department can handle all of your repair and general automotive needs, while the lawn and garden department sells and services outdoor power lawn equipment. Next time you need an expert, stop in at Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment, 1707 Lincoln Way and Valparaiso. For more info, the website is heinold-feller.com.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, cart and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
As the scoreboard update is brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at strachanvantil.com.
All right, so Leo, since we are a half an hour earlier than everybody else, I'm going to say all these scores are either at the end of the first quarter or just the very beginning of the second quarter. All right, so let's start it off. Maryville Pirates, number 3 in our RSN poll, 7-0 over Andrea. Bishop Knoll versus South Bend Clay, 0s. Boone Grove Wolves, 12. John Glenn, 8. Again, all these are in the first quarter. Plymouth versus Calumet, those are knotted up at 0. The same with North Newton and Carroll, 0s. Chesterton, a little bit of a surprise. Chesterton 7-0 over the Brickies, again early on. And the Crown Point, as we continue on, Lake Central 7, Munster 0. The battle of the bike path here, Griffith versus Highland, all knotted up at 7 in the first quarter. LaPorte 3-0 over New Prairie. Hanover Central 6-0 over the Wheeler Bearcats. Kankakee Valley and Rensselaer Central, 0s. Lake Station and South Newton, 0s. Let's see, Portage and Morton knotted up at 0. The Roy Richards, in his first year as the head coach at Portage, returning to his old stomping grounds of Morton for many years. And that is your Strachan Van Til update.
Follow all of tonight's region football scores live on the Strachan Van Til Hometown Scoreboard, streaming on Facebook.com/RegionSports and RegionSports.com. Strachan.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from...
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the region right here on Region Sports Network. Your local building material supplier and design center. Visit VonTobel.com to find more as we are getting ready for the second half between the Vikings and the Kingsmen. You're watching the Host Connection Halftime Report brought to your pressure. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you here at Valparaiso, where the defending state champions are taking the field again for the second half as they lead Penn 14-12. Getting ready for the second half, which areas are you looking at for Valpo to improve here?
Well, I think their run defense has done really well up until that point. They gave up the 80-yard run, so they just got to make. Pass defense was good. Maybe a mistake here or there, but in the early on, you're going to have a glitch here or there, especially the first game. You're always going to have some glitches, and right now, Valparaiso, I think the momentum has shifted with that big play at the end of the half, has shifted to the Valparaiso side. Valpo offensively has just got to make sure they keep the ball moving. They've done a nice job here and there. Again, very spotty, just like the defense. Now, Penn, on the other hand, they've got to correct the passing game. They haven't thrown the ball very much and haven't thrown it very well. that they had one big pass that led to their drive for one of their scores. But they just seem very inconsistent on the passing game. I guess you're just going to rely on your running back Bales to carry the load. But I think offensively they got to start spreading it out. I think Valparaiso is going to come out and really force them to pass the ball. So it's going to be an interesting second half. That's going to be a great game. I think we've
and Coker deep to receive it. As the sun's starting to set here, the lights fully taking effect. It's a great night for football here and a great second half in store. Wilcox boots it back deep. Watson catches it with his chest. Now he powers forward, shoestring tackle. He goes sliding forward.
Yeah, that was number 2 by the Vikings right there to make that shoestring tackle.
That could have been a bigger burst if he was not able to get there and get a piece of that tackle, as that was Thomas Ampeliotis with the stop there.
Yeah, Valparaiso on their team roster has written it so small that I have to defer to you. I can catch the number, but I need a magnifying glass to read the name.
So McCullough brings his troops onto the field here. They are looking to try to get back in this game. A couple of big plays for the Kingsmen. They trail by 2 here as there's some shuffling around on the defensive line. The fake handoff. McCullough rolls out left, looking downfield. He lofts this one deep to his tight end, Bennett, and he secures the catch with a tumble. And there's some laundry on the field as it looks like there's going to be a flag. It might have been pass interference, as it looked like that was a little bit of a push there from the Valparaiso linebacker that got brought into coverage with him.
Yeah, nice job. Nice concentration by the tight end right there to complete play by the tight end. Big play for the Kingsmen to come out at second half. Like I said, they've got to start throwing the ball a little bit more.
We saw them use Bennett a lot on that first drive, and not much after that. Looks like he is back in the game plan with a bullet there as he is in motion from left to right. McCullough in the gun. He fakes the handoff to Ballas. He keeps it. Breaks one tackle. He has space. 2 men to beat. Open field tackle. He's still moving. Keeps the legs turning all the way to the 4-yard line. Nolan McCullough with a big run on first down. Puts the Kingsmen at 1st and goal.
Yeah, nice job of following his blocking right there. He had a big hole. He saw that it had been sealed off to the outside, cut back inside of it, and he had his tight end, who he threw a nice pass to early, just the play before, making a nice block for him down the field. So
2 receivers out to his left, 1 to his right. Bennett goes from right to left. Ballas to the right. He hands it off to Ballas. Ballas turns the corner, and he powers into the end zone. It's a touchdown, Kingsmen.
Now, what do? Do you go for 2, chase the points early on here in the second half, or, see, the coach didn't even hesitate. He just said, no, let's see. It looks like the others staying on the field. 1 or 2 players are running off the field, but they're going to go for 2 right here. I think you got to chase the points early on here.
So 18-14 here. Penn looking to add 2 here as trying to make up for that lost change from earlier.
Yes. And Ballas with the nice cut on the outside. He saw the outside was sealed off, and he just cut right inside that defensive player waiting for him. Nice job. Nice vision.
McCullough has Bardo and Coker to his left. Bennett moves to the left too. He hands it off to Bell. So 3 touchdowns for Penn, and 3 have escaped without extra points. We'll be right back. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan.
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel Building Supply, building better together. So the Kingsmen kicking it off here following that first opening half drive that resulted in points. It'll be DeDario with the boot. Clubs this one deep to Verschure, and he will return it all the way from nearing his own end zone. He's
able to keep his feet. He might have been able to bust off a big play right there.
So now Justin Clark and the Viking offense take the field for the first time here in the second half. They're trailing by 4.
Yeah, that scoring drive was only 1 minute and 22 seconds. So Penn came out quick and strong. If you're going by 6s, they got a long way to go to keep that lead.
So it's Clark with 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's got Davis behind him in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to his man Davis, who storms forward, going over almost a tackler. Powerful run on first down for the Vikings senior running back. So it'll be 2nd and 6 from their own 27. We'll see if Clark and the Vikings, what they come with on this drive here, chasing 4. So touchdown puts them ahead. He puts the tight end in motion from right to left. 2 receivers out left as well. He's another handoff to Davis. Davis with the spin. He charges forward close to the chains there.
Let's see. Are they moving the chains yet?
And there looks like they will. That was a first down.
Good. That's the kind of drive the Vikings like right here. Just to slow, grind it out, get some big plays on first down, keep the chains moving.
That becomes really important in the second half as you can establish your identity and make those adjustments, figure out what works as Clark takes a snap. Another handoff to Davis. Davis follows the tight end. He has room around the corner, leaps forward for a gain there.
Yeah, it was a nice job right there of Davis to read it. They pulled the K block, and he was able to pick up 3 or 4 yards on first down. That's the kind of plays you like. 3 or 4 yards on first down. Keep on it up 2nd and long.
So it'll be 2nd and 6. Clark in the gun. Davis runs into one of his own linemen there, but he still keeps moving forward. So just a nice run up the middle. Seems to be the key so far here.
Yeah, Davis saw his head bounce back a little bit, but he was running into his own guy. He's got to keep his eyes up, keep some vision going. Don't just barrel into that line of scrimmage. Keep his head.
With Davis and Clark in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the right. And Clark's going to keep it. He's met by a few Kingsmen. He dives forward close to the chains. Did he get it?
And it looks like he's shaking up a little bit. It looks like he took a hit late right there, right as he was going down. Took a shot right to the shoulder pad.
That's a play that will really scare you as a coach, seeing your quarterback diving forward like that. As we will take a break here, you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life takes you places and you can't and money. Once your order is in, our own Strack and Van Til team preps your order with care. For delivery or pickup, enjoy the convenience of letting our to-go team shop for you. Enjoy your special moments. Sign up online today at shop.strackandvantil.com.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the region right here on Region Sports Network, your local building material supplier and design center. Visit vontobel.com to find out more. As it'll be Andrew Alcorn, the 6'1", 185-pound senior. Alcorn took some reps at receiver as he hands off to Davis there. Davis just trying to move the pile forward.
Yeah, a little slow on the whistle right there. As the scrum unscrums. And it looks like he picked up about 5 on first down.
Clark comes back onto the field, so it looks like he just took the play off as he was a little shaken up after he was hit diving forward as he got the first down in that play. It's 2nd and 5 from the 48. Vikings just trying to put together a physical drive here with the run game.
Yeah, and
Davis moving towards the left.
Looks like he is right at the first down marker.
Travis Davis just with a really solid drive here. If it's not broke, don't fix it here as they just keep handing it off to him. And he is continuing to produce here. It looks like he might have been just short of the chains there, as there's a Kingsman player shaken up there.
Well, if you notice, they have been running to that left-hand side. Their left tackle, Toledo bound. Matt Hoffer at 6'6", 295.
When your motorcycle.
.com.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
You're watching RSN Game Night, presented by Von Tobel Building Supply. Von Tobel, building better together. So after the injured Kingsman player, Jackson Griffith, was helped off the field, it'll be first and 10, or first down for the Vikings here on the Kingsman 47. Clark and Davis in the backfield. Met at the line by a few Kingsmen there. Might have still gotten a gain of about one, if any, there.
Yeah, he's running hard, and you know what? We got another guy going down. This time looks like maybe just a cramp in the calf muscle right there. And don't forget to stay tuned after the game when we'll name the proud Union home play of the game, presented by IKORC. Training professionalism and partnerships for economic development.
You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment has been servicing customers in Northwest Indiana since 1958. A full-service tire and automotive repair store located in Valparaiso. The auto repair department can handle all of your repair and general automotive needs, while the lawn and garden department sells and services outdoor power lawn equipment. Next time you need an expert, stop in at Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment, 1707 Lincoln Way and Valparaiso. For more info, the website is Heinold-Feller.
You'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like health care and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Shop for sales and service of pneumatics and hydraulics. Hose Connections continues to grow their network of industry contacts, which allows them to meet even your toughest expectations. To learn more, visit HoseConnectionsInc.com. Hose Connections in Hammond. Proven under pressure.
Well, you're watching RSN Game Night, presented by Von Tobel Building Supply, building better together. He's Jay Simmons, I'm Leo Staudaher, and these are the Vikings and the Kingsmen on the field as Clark takes the snap, drops back to pass, floats the balloon over, and it is caught for a long touchdown, Vikings! Julian Stokes with the reception, and the Vikings are back on top.
A 47-yard pass, and the good thing about that right there is he was so wide open. Justin Clark didn't try to throw a perfect pass. He threw it out there just so he had to slow down a little bit, but it was right there. Great throw, great catch, easy score for the Vikings.
With 6:15 to go here, Drayden Wilcox boots it up and over. Kick is good. The Vikings lead 21-18. 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
On the Region Sports Network, your local building material and supplier design center. Visit VonTobel.com to find out more as the Vikings get ready to kick things off here after that big touchdown drive, putting them ahead 21-8 as they're looking to defend their state crown, hosting the Penn Kingsmen here.
And they're doing a nice job. The difference in the game right now is the 3 missed extra points.
Wilcox's kick is up and deep. It is caught by Watson in the end zone for a touchback. So now it's up to Nolan McCullough.
Okay, here we go. Back to the scoring play. You see Justin Clark drops back, no pressure, throws it out. Perfect pass. Great job by Stokes to get behind the secondary and runs into the end zone for the score. Great job, Justin Clark right there for the first time, was able to settle his feet, sit in the pocket, felt a little pressure coming from his right, was able to see that pressure, got rid of the ball just in time, and threw a perfect ball right to Julian Stokes for the 40-yard touchdown pass.
We've seen the dual threat aspect from Clark a lot tonight, as now his counterpart, Nolan McCullough, leads his troops onto the field, puts Bennett in motion. As he takes a snap, he keeps it, and he's got some room, nothing but green grass ahead. McCullough storming forward past the 30. He's got reservations for 6. It's a touchdown, Kingsmen. Nolan McCullough answers after the touchdown for Valparaiso, putting the Kingsmen back ahead here. It's going to be a good one here.
Yeah, it is, and this second quarter is going to take third quarter is going to take look at that. Stokes, the quarterback, just breaks through that line, gets green grass, great blocking up front, and he just runs away from the Vikings. What a great job by the quarterback for the Kingsmen. And let's see what they're going to do here for the extra point. But you know what? It was all set up on the great fake by him right there, the dive fake, and then he cuts just inside of it and goes the length of the field. So I wonder if they called a timeout here.
Looks like they might be sending the kicker, Dario, out. 6:03 to go here. It's 24-21.
Oh, there they go. They put the play clock on so they didn't burn the timeout right there.
So now the Kingsmen will attempt the extra point here. That's been a bit of a problem, as we saw in the first quarter. They had 2 bungled exchanges on the snap. As that snap is a little high, the Dario with the club, and it goes over. So that'll be a good extra point there. So it makes it 25-21. Kingsmen answering real quick. They're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
Flip the switch, a light turns on. Press the button, machines and instruments come to life. Touch the screen, communicate with the world. Simple tasks, guaranteed results, every second of every day. That's the power of power. And that's the power brought to you by the NECA contractors and electrical workers of Local 531.
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel Building Supply. Von Tobel building better together. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you for a back and forth seesaw affair here in Valparaiso as the Vikings trail the Penn Kingsmen 25-21. As the kick from Dario is up over to McKenzie, who will take it just from outside the goal line. Storms forward, upended or brought down by a good tackle there. That was Malachi Evans with a good hit there.
Yeah, good solid wrap-up right there. They got the ball at about the 21-22 yard line. Well, let's see. We had a score right there by Penn at 6:03, and at 6:15, Justin Clark to Julian Stokes on a pass play. So in that 6-minute range, we had 14 points, and that 6 minutes was with a couple injuries in there. That one was a clock stopper right there.
So Clark in the backfield with Davis to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis shimmies around, powers forward for a gain. And talking about the two quarterbacks, McCullough and Clark, both of them were the starters last year. So that bringing in opening night this year, there is some familiarity. They both are comfortable with these offenses, and it's showing.
Yeah, both quarterbacks a little shaky in the first quarter or in the first half. Interception by McCullough and some bad passes by Clark, but it seems like they've definitely worked the kinks out both on the ground and through the air.
As Clark has his team set up, 2nd and 6 from their own 26. Davis goes out left. Now he cuts up towards the middle, and he is wrapped and brought down by the Kingsmen.
It looks like about the 29-yard line. Looks like about 3rd down and 3.
Maverick Brown and Brandon Lynch in on the tackle for the Kingsmen. So 3rd and 6 from their 29, or 3rd and 3 from the 29, pardon me there, as Clark and company trying to work something here to get the first down.
Yeah, big conversion down here for the Vikings. They got to keep this drive rolling, keep that Penn offense off the field for a little bit, give their defense a break.
Clark gets the snap. He's going to try to go forward. He rolls out left. He gets a block, but the defensive back from Penn doing a good job with the open field tackle. Dominic Bonner there to stop Clark.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I love Clark's toughness. Should have ran the ball out of bounds, though.
Right.
You know what? Save your body. It's game 1. You've got a long season ahead of you. Bounce it to the outside. There's no bravery lost there if you step it out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it is week 1. You heard Justin Fields talk a lot last season about how those hits, those long runs do wear up or add up over the course of a long season. So definitely see what you mean there.
Yeah, he's got another long season in front of him.
Right. They're hoping this one ends in Indianapolis as Clark and Davis takes that one forward.
Yeah, that offensive line is really starting to wear down the Penn defensive line, especially on that left side of the Vikings. Is really getting a good push. Going to be 2nd down, and it looks like about 5 or 6.
And so the Vikings, we saw last time, before those couple injuries back-to-back, that they were just stacking together run plays, short run plays, just adding it up, wearing on the D-line, and then eventually opened up the opportunity for that long passing play. When you have the defense think and run, it allows you to set up later for maybe a strike downfield. Snap to Clark. Drops back. He is being swarmed by pressure. He breaks free. Clark has some space. He has the first down. How much more will he get? He shuffles around near Penn territory, gets tackled near the sideline for a huge first down run for Justin Clark.
All right, am I kicking a dead horse here or something? Again, what should he have done right there?
Take the sideline.
Take the sideline, step out of bounds. He had 3 guys pounding on him right there, and I get it. He's thinking he can cut it back to the inside and maybe break it for a game changer, but you're the quarterback. I think you got to sometime use a little sense right there, and just you got the big play, you got the first down. I think you just got to step it out of bounds.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Penn 39 with 2:50 to go here in the third quarter. The handoff to Davis. He darts forward. It's a good run up the middle there for...
Yeah, about 4 yards.
So that drive with the big run from the quarterback, but it's Thomas Davis who's kind of been the unsung, or Travis Davis, kind of been a bit of the unsung hero here, doing the dirty work that has set up for some of these bigger plays.
Yeah,
later.
he's done the work in between the 20s, and then they forget about him once they get to the goal line.
The snap to Clark. He pitches it over to Davis. Davis breaks a tackle in the backfield, moves forward. He is strong-armed by a few Kingsmen there. Evan Whidden with the big first hit there to try to bring him down.
Well, it was a nice job by the defensive end for Penn to get upfield and then force Davis back into the crowd right there. So good job by him. Even though he missed the tackle in the backfield, he still held him for no yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Big conversion play here for the Vikings.
3rd and 5 from the 34. Clark and Davis in the backfield. Alcorn and Stokes out right. Bradney out to the left, and now there's a flag, a couple of flags being thrown.
Looks like somebody was moving on the offensive line, illegal procedure.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. Be 3rd and 10 now. That changes what you were trying to try to do there. I'm sure with the 3rd and 5 is probably going to be probably a run to Davis, and now you have to maybe expand your options here as you have 10 to go.
Yeah, big play right here. I think this is the time, space. If you get it to 4th and 5, you might want to go for it here.
The snap. Received belt high by Clark. He spins left, and there are a few Kingsmen in the backfield. There's a flag. Clark is brought down. That play was going nowhere fast.
Yeah, number 58 for Penn broke through that offensive line and got right in the quarterback's face and caused the whole play to be discombobulated.
Traden Caggiano with the tackle there. That'll put a stop. The Kingsmen will decline the holding penalty that was called there. That will bring out the punt team for the Vikings.
Yeah, 4th down, and it looks like about 18. So good play right there by the Vikings. Down by 4 with 58 seconds left in the third quarter.
So Drayden Wilcox comes out to punt. Bardo and Coker, twins out deep to receive the punt. Wilcox puts it in the air towards Coker, who will just let it drop near the end zone, rolling out of bounds. That'll pin the Kingsmen inside the 5-yard line. Fortunate bounce for Wilcox and the Vikings.
Yeah, how about it? Yeah, you talk about the coffin corner. He put the nail in that coffin, doesn't he? Wow, what a nice job. Gives Penn a long field to work with.
So this will bring the Kingsmen out after they had a quick drive last time out.
Yes, they
with
did.
The 79-yard run from McCullough.
Well, think about it. There are 2 drives today. 1 drive of 1 play. That was that last drive. And then the previous drive, when Bales scored, it was only a 5-play drive.
Right.
So 6 plays offensively, 13 points.
They put Bennett in motion from right to left. McCullough takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He is swarmed by the Vikings. See, about 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
And if I'm Penn, they don't have to run a play. You're down in your own end zone. The play clock is at 22. The game clock is at 16. I'm not running a play.
It looked like a few of the Kingsmen were starting to head to the sideline, but now they're
the coach is
slowly taking the crowd. All right, don't want to give it away. As you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network with locations in Valparaiso, Schererville, and Michigan City. Check out vontobel.com to find out more. As we are about to start the fourth quarter here, Jay.
Just a little note going on on the far end of the field. One of the officials was getting his calf worked on. Looks like he was cramping up out there too. The weather-wise, it is absolutely gorgeous out.
It's the first game of the season for everybody tonight.
Yeah.
As McCullough and the Kingsmen have 2nd and 9 from their own 5-yard line, backed up deep. McCullough's going to keep it. He's got some space, and he is finally brought down. Looked like he got the first down there, but that could have been potential for more as we've seen McCullough with that burst of speed.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, the defense has been so focused on the running back getting the ball Bales that they are over-pursuing and giving the quarterback, McCullough, a big running lane right in the middle there too many times for the Vikings' liking.
And McCullough has seen that lane, and he will take it. A couple of really good reads. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16. So we're getting set to start the final quarter. The Kingsmen ahead 25-21. So the Viking defense getting up, looking for a big stop here. Bennett goes from right to left, the tight end. McCullough and Ballas in the backfield. McCullough's going to pass it. He lofts it deep downfield. He was looking for Watson. And Watson makes the catch with Morris draped around him. That will flip the field real quick.
Well, as you watch McCullough drop back here, he's eyeballing that receiver all the way, puts it up. A good pass, but the Watson with the great concentration with the defensive back draped all over him, comes up with the catch. That is a great play by the receiver to make something out of nothing right there, because it looked like, to me, the ball was going to be swatted down.
That was Kellen Watson, the senior, making the big play, and that puts the Kingsmen in a good spot here on the 47-yard line. McCullough takes a snap, hands it off to Ballas. Ballas rumbles forward, but he is gobbled up by the defensive line of the Vikings.
Yeah, nice job by the Vikings. They've got to, defensively, they've got to put everything together out there. It seems like they just let a play slip out of their hands, and all of a sudden Penn is making those big plays. They've got to stop the big play.
2nd and 7 from the 44. It's the Vikings trying to get a big stop here with McCullough and the Kingsmen starting to get some momentum. They put the tight end in motion. The snap is high, and McCullough keeps it. He's got room up the middle. McCullough weaves his way out right, and he is brought down with an open field tackle, but he trucked the Viking defender there, the quarterback, not afraid to make some contact there.
Yeah, between these two quarterbacks, it looks like they've got, instead of a running back and a quarterback, they got two running backs back there. But McCullough, with this little play-action fake dive up the middle, they found a soft spot in that Valparaiso defense right there in between the center and the guard to both sides. They've been hitting that hole. He's been hitting that hole so many times tonight. It's just it's a backbreaker for the Vikings.
So McCullough sends Watson and Coker out to his left. He's got Bardo out right. This one is handed off to Ballas. Ballas tries to turn the corner. For sure is in there, and he pushes him into the Valparaiso sideline.
Yeah, nice team pursuit right there by the Vikings. All of them had a great angle on it. He couldn't cut it back. He couldn't bounce it all the way to the outside, and they used the 12th man right there, the sidelines, to take him out for a loss of, it looks like, about 2 or 3 yards.
Big stop there by the Viking defense. And so now the Kingsmen go back to the drawing board here, trying to decide what to go with here. 2nd and 14.
Wow, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes without a score.
Yeah.
I feel lonely all of a sudden.
It was a little frantic here to start the third quarter, but now in the fourth, McCullough drops back, flings a pass downfield to Watson. Watson gets it inside the 10-yard line. big gain through the air for the Kingsmen.
Yeah, McCullough had 2 receivers open out there. The outside receiver ran a 10-yard out, wide open, and he had the inside receiver running just a seam pattern. He could have thrown either one, but he sat in the pocket, took the hit, and made a nice throw right there.
So it'll be first and goal from the 10 here. Kingsmen lead by 4, trying to extend that. Put a pair of receivers, that's Coker and Watson out to the left. Bennett, the tight end, shuffles over to the left. One receiver, that's Bardo out right, but McCullough's just going to keep it. He's got room, moving towards the end zone, and he finds pay dirt. Nolan McCullough with another rushing touchdown, adds 6 to the score for the Kingsmen.
Yeah, Nolan McCullough having a Lantern Man type night. That's the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Another 9-yard touchdown rush. He had a 79-yard touchdown rush at 6:03 in the third quarter. He is putting on a clinic out here with running the ball.
So that touchdown comes at 8:55, and it makes it a 10-point game awaiting the extra point here. As the Dario gets ready, he made his last extra point. So now he awaits the snap. The kick is up. And it's good. So that'll make it 32-21 Penn with 8:55 to go here in the final quarter. You are watching the game night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company. We could help you get into the ride you want.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices.
Supply presents Game Night in the Region right here on the Region Sports Network. Building better together. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you here with 8:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Penn lines up for a pivotal kick here as they send it back deep to McKenzie. McKenzie receives it, waiting to get past his front line. He's got a little bit of room, but he is brought down by the ankles there. And this scoreboard update is brought to you by Strachan Van Til. Strachan Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store.
All right, we got these games going in the second quarter. I'll stop in between plays. We got in the second quarter Maryville 7, Andrean 6, Boone Grove 19, John Glenn 16, Plymouth 14, Calumet 8, Hobart and Chesterton knotted up at 7. I'll give you some more scores after this play.
Clark gets ready for the first down play. He hands it off to Davis. Davis dances around, goes forward, swallowed up by a trio of Kingsmen for a short gain there.
All right, let's continue on with the scores. We've got Crown Point 21, Lowell 0. That one is at the half. Lake Central 13, Munster 7 in the second quarter. Griffith and Highland knotted up at 7 in the second quarter. LaPorte, now this is back from the first quarter. LaPorte 3, New Prairie 0. And from the first quarter, Hanover 6, Wheeler 0. That was the Strachan Van Til scoring up at
2nd and 8. Clark rolls out to the left with the rock, pulls a juke. He's still dancing around back there. He's going to have to find some time. He's calling for his guys to get downfield. Clark is pushed out near the Valpo end zone. Looked like he was trying to make a scramble play there, but was not able to quite find it. Follow all of tonight's Region Football scores live on the Strack & Van Til Hometown Scoreboard streaming app on Facebook.com/RegionSports and RegionSports.com. Strack & Van Til, shop online for delivery or curbside pickup at StrackandVanTil.com.
Yeah, Valparaiso's got to, I think they've really got to start airing this ball out, get the ball down the field. That's not playing to one of their strengths.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 from their own 26. You really have to think, too, that this is an important drive for the Vikings. Down by 11 here. You can't really afford a punt in this situation to give Penn the clock or the ball in time to milk the clock. As the snap is low to Clark, he's looking left to pass. Now he shuffles around and just lofts that one up, and it is intercepted by the Kingsmen. A one-handed grab by Ryan O'Connell, the sophomore linebacker, with the snag.
Yeah, that's one you just shake your head and you come back next week and say, when you're under pressure like that, you just eat it. I know there was a running back about 4 or 5 yards downfield, and it looked like he had to, if he'd have just flipped it out there instead of he reared back and threw it as hard as he could, and being up in the air, you don't have a sense of touch right there. He just threw that pick. Oh, bad play right there. Lived the play, another down.
And with a quarterback that frequently scrambles like Clark, as a receiver, when you see him running around like that, do you think then you have to shift to a blocker and not a receiver sometimes too?
Yeah, but the receiver was open, but he just way overthrew it. Again, he should have just ate that and lived the play, another down.
So McCullough hands it off to Ballas. Ballas cuts, but he has nowhere to go there. He is met by the wall at the line for the Vikings. Yes, that was Ty Leisure with the stop, or Ty Veen with the stop. And it's 2nd and 12, but this is a good spot for the Kingsmen here on the 4th quarter here with 7:29 to go here. They already lead by 11, trying to ice the game here with some more points. McCullough gets his troops on the line. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. He puts Bennett in motion. He's got Ballas behind him, and he will keep it, but he is taken down well behind the line of scrimmage there. Big hit there.
Yeah, you don't like to see that where his knees were trapped under his body and just got bent backwards. That's an awkward position to get tackled in.
Ty Veen with back-to-back tackles for loss. The Viking linebacker doing a good job getting into the backfield. It'll be 3rd and 16. It's a big play here for the Viking defense. They're trying to give their team a chance to come back in this one.
If I'm Penn, I might just, chuck one up, give it, because it looks like Valparaiso's got nobody back there bringing the house.
So McCullough gets the snap. He's rolling right. He throws that out of bounds.
And his receiver had slipped on the out route, and that was the only receiver out there, so he just threw that one away.
Took the safe play there.
Yeah. Quarterback using his head on that play.
That'll bring up 4th down. Looks like we will see the Kingsmen attempt to punt. McKenzie will be back deep with for sure as well. So haven't seen the Kingsmen have to use their punter much tonight, especially here in the second half where they've been scoring quick. This one put in the air by Esel, and that drops. It'll be down around the 5.
Well, it looked like one of the coverage guys for Penn, the ball rolled up and hit his legs, so they're going to mark it at about the 6 or 7. So as soon as they touch it, though, if Valparaiso were to pick up that ball after he touched it, they could advance the ball, and if they fumbled the ball, they had the option of taking the ball back at the spot.
So the Vikings take over deep in their own territory. They're going to need to go to the length of the field quickly to try to make this one a closer ball game. They trail 32-21 with 6:14 to go here in the 4th quarter. Clark and Davis in the backfield. Clark is in trouble near the end zone. That one, he gets it away in time, throws it into the turf for an incomplete pass, but that was nearly a safety.
Yeah, that's one of those where if was he really out of the tackle box to not have a safety? Because he was in control and going down, but he did get the ball past the line of scrimmage, so that it would count as a incomplete pass. But Valparaiso's offensive line pass blocking has not been good in the second half.
That's left Clark open, exposed for some big hits, and that kind of led to that last interception as well. So Clark drops back to pass again. He throws that one low, and it looked like it got hit into the ankles of one of his receivers. Maybe the offensive lineman there.
It was the running back Davis right there. It looked like they were setting up a screen pass. Again, Valparaiso's tempo on that screen pass was way too fast. The lineman let the defensive lineman go too quickly, and then the running back wasn't even turned around, and then Clark just threw a bullet down at the ground of Davis. So they're just going to let that play slow down a little bit. It's hard when you're out there on the game at speed.
3rd and 10. Clark's passing. He gets that one downfield. Stokes tried to make the one-handed grab, but it just rolled off his fingers there. Julian Stokes had the big reception earlier, but just couldn't quite come down with that one.
Yeah, it would have been a highlight reel right there if he'd have came with that one. He was spinning back, one-handed it, had it paused in his hand for a second, just not able to control it. But, if I'm Valpo, I think, you want to get Justin Clark to leave with something positive before the end of this game, because right now the last time he threw the ball previous to that was an interception, so he's got to put the pieces together as Valparaiso moves forward.
Wilcox with a deep punt, I should say, and that'll be returned by the Kingsmen. Camden Anderson with room. Anderson brought down by a big hit near the 10, but that's the exact type of return you want for the Kingsmen. They have potential to add to their lead with 5:39 to go. They're ahead by 11 points, and they have 11 yards to go for a touchdown.
Was that the punter on the hit right there?
That might have been. Punters are athletes too.
I didn't know they were athletes.
Some of them. But that's a big physical hit with the shoulder.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. It looked like he had set it up perfectly, got to the outside, and was going in to score, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, bam, big hit by the punter.
So McCullough and Ballas in the backfield here after they got some help from their special teams. Ballas tries to ramble on, getting inside the 10 there, but not much more. Trying to follow his line to the promised land, but just couldn't quite get past that defensive line of the Vikings.
As long as they keep the ball moving, it's 2nd down and goal. You can see the chains are down on the ground. So it's 2nd down and goal, 2nd down and 8. So Penn's pretty happy right here. And then one thing is right here, if they don't score, it would be a nice thing to do is practice your field goal team.
Right,
you're not playing for it, but if it happens that way.
Lined up at the 8 here. Hand off to Ballas. Ballas comes forward, and he's brought down just shy of the goal line.
Yeah, between the center and that right guard has been a great place for Penn to run all night long.
So set him up for 3rd and goal here from the 2. Viking defense trying to stand tall. They don't have much room to spare here.
No, they do not. Their margin of error is shrinking every second off the clock.
4:25 to go here in the 4th quarter. McCullough with Ballas to his left. Takes the snap, hands it off to his running back. Ballas wearing a defensive lineman into the end zone, gets the touchdown, and the Kingsmen add to their lead by 6.
Yeah, big push right there by the offensive line. The Valparaiso defensive line is wore out right now.
So with 4:09 to go here in the 4th quarter, the Kingsmen get another score. They lead 38-21, awaiting the extra point from Daddario.
And what was that, about a 6-yard run?
I think that was from the 2 as the snap is low, and that one gets away from the holder. Dario tries to keep it himself and gets stood up there. That might be one for the kicker. You might want to just fall on it.
Well, that time it looked like the snap got to him, and then he just dropped it right as he was trying to put it up. So their PAT extra point troubles continue on. You're up 38-21. It really doesn't matter, but yes, it does matter for the future.
And you're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 100 years, Burns Funeral Home and Crematory has been assisting families in their time of need. Serving Northwest Indiana, the staff at Burns Funeral Home will help guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony. From a simple to elaborate, to traditional or unique, the caring family at Burns Funeral Home will tailor a ceremony to fit your needs. And for your other loved ones, Burns Funeral now has a pet cemetery and crematory. Visit burnsfuneral.com or give them a call at 219-942-1117.
Welcome to Public Bar and Rec, located in downtown Crown Point, a place for good games, good drinks, and good food. So come in and make it public. Try to survive zombie dodgeball, score a hole-in-one playing golf, or choose from over 13 multi-sport simulator games while fueling your competition with a variety of appetizers, entrees, and beverages. We have games for all ages with our family-friendly hours till 9 p.m. Reserve your simulator at publicbarandrec.com and let the fun begin.
You're watching RSN Game Night presented by Von Tobel Building Supply. Von Tobel, building better together. Leo Staudaher and Jay Simmons with you here with 4:02 to go here in the fourth quarter. Reminder after the game to join Mike Zimja and Jack Thiel from the Sentier Bank studio. They'll bring you all the scores and highlights from games around the region, all from the Sentier Bank studio.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen when Mike Zimja is in the booth. Oh, Mike's not there tonight? Oh, who's going to be there? Oh, Jack Thiel. Oh,
just Jack Thiel, that's trouble.
Just Jack.
As Davis runs it up forward, brought down with a spinning tackle there. So the Vikings trailing by 17 here with under 4 to go here. This is still a good matchup for them to get early in the season as Penn, always a contender for the state championship in 6A, Valpo defending their 5A title. These are the type of matchups you want to have early in the season because they prepare you for later.
Yeah, and it definitely, once you get to that Dueling Conference schedule, it is a backbreaker week in and week out.
Clark takes the snap, hands it off, and that one will be a short gain. Looks like the Vikings dipping into their bench a little bit. So there's a new running back in the game. It'll be Gage Finley, the sophomore, getting some reps with the varsity team here.
Yeah, that's always nice. Get some guys in. You know, you hate to have this kind of score and the kind of circumstances, but, you know, Davis has had a brunt of carries tonight, and he's worked hard tonight. Even though he hasn't had any scores, he's definitely worked hard tonight.
Clark has to evade pressure, and his dart downfield is intercepted by the Kingsmen. His second pick of the game. Vincent Homer with a good read there and snags it, and a nice run after the catch, bringing it inside the 10.
Yeah, with the way he ran right there, he might have a potential at wide receiver.
Yeah, as the Kingsmen have another really good opportunity here to try to add more points to that lead. 2:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. They lead by 17, and the offense is back on the field.
Yeah, Valparaiso just not coming out of the blocks very well again this year, even though last year the same thing happened, and even on a more decisive action, last year they lost to Penn 35-6. So it seems like notoriously slow starts for the Vikings. So this will, if the score holds with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left, Valparaiso will become 6-21 versus Penn. So, just saying.
Right, that's still good to get that matchup in. We saw
definitely.
Last season Valpo dropped the matchup to Penn, and it still ended the season on a pretty high note.
Yeah, well, when you win you're one of 8 teams or 10 teams playing at the end of the year, it is a pretty high note, whether you win or lose, but it's always good to come home with the hardware.
And so the Kingsmen line up in victory formation. That'll be Kellen Watson taking the snap and kneeling it. And that's always interesting when they put the different quarterback in. Doesn't hurt the rushing yard total of McCullough. Not that matters, but I wonder if that's a little bit in mind.
I like the way you framed that. That was well done.
But they are just working the clock here as we go under 2 minutes. Another snap for McCullough. And another knee here, most likely. There it is. But there are still plenty of positives as well. It's week 1. There's a lot of room to go up from here.
Oh, yeah.
For the Vikings. For the Kingsmen, they overcame some gaffes in special teams with the missed PATs. Didn't let that derail things. And
well, that's one of the things you see week 1 is because you don't practice those things live very much. Like for example, Valpo had that block punt on the first punt of the game. So that's a special team thing they're going to need to work on. And then Penn, they're going to have to work on that extra point field goal team.
So another knee from Kellen Watson as we go under a minute to go here. It'll be 4th down. We'll see if they take another knee or if they maybe attempt a field goal here.
Yeah, that would be something interesting. Yeah. I mean, if I'm the coach, I just trying to figure out what they're doing. There's 42 seconds left on the game clock and 12 seconds left on the play clock, and on the game clock 35 seconds. So it's going to be interesting why they are lining up at the 30-yard line. Well, are they trying to extend the game or what? Or they want to work on a longer field goal?
Might have just taken the delay of game to run out the clock a little bit later there, take the penalty, and now just take that 4th knee here, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. No, we got some awards to hand out here after we take this break. Don't forget, we got stay tuned with us for after the game when we name the Proud Union home play of the game. We got plenty of those.
Yeah.
We also have nope. There we go. It'll after the game, it'll be time to name the blue collar player of the game, brought to you by the Boilermakers, Local 374. Earn while you learn with the Boilermakers, Local 374.
So now the Vikings get essentially one last play here on offense with 25 seconds to go here. They will set up on their own 21. Clark and company. Looks like they might just take.
I'm assuming they're going to return the favor, volley the ball back and forth, then they're going to take the knee as well.
As Clark takes the knee, and that will just about do it here, wrapping things up. The Kingsmen from Penn come into Valparaiso and get the win here on week 1, 38-21. And a back-and-forth affair, but it's eventually the Kingsmen that are able to get the final touchdowns and emerge with the 17-point win. So we will have some more analysis coming up, so stick around. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Centrally located in downtown Indianapolis, the Hampton Inn is just steps away from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Situated at 105 South Meridian Street, shopping, restaurants, entertainment, and many Indianapolis attractions are in near proximity. Hampton Inn has much to offer, including a hot breakfast, high-speed internet access in every room, as well as a gym fitness center. For reservations, the number is 317-261-1200. The website is hamptonin3.hilton.com. Hampton Inn, Indianapolis, downtown.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Looking to buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price in the Valparaiso area? Then check out Valpo Car Company, a family-owned dealership since 2009. Recently given an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau, Valpo Car Company finances all types of credit. Stop in and see the owner, Nick Mandich, a 2002 Valparaiso High School graduate, at their dealership at 150 East US Highway 6 in Valpo. You always could check out their website at www.valpocarco.com, where you can easily find the used car you want in seconds. Valpo Car Company, we could help you get into the ride you want.
Since opening their doors in 1905, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply has worked with Indiana homeowners and contractors to provide quality building materials. Today, Von Tobel Lumber and Supply proudly serves Indiana from their locations in Cherville, Valparaiso, Michigan City, and Lafayette. A department for every room in your home, from building support to bathroom kitchens and more. They can even help you design your next project. Visit VonTobels.com for more information. Von Tobel, building better together.
Welcome back as Von Tobel Building Supply presents Game Night in the Region here on the Region Sports Network. Your local building material supplier and design center. Visit VonTobel.com to find out more. Leo Stodder and Jay Simmons with you, wrapping up this game here where the Valparaiso Vikings were defeated by the Penn Kingsmen 38-21. And we have some post-game awards to give out,
Yes,
Jay.
we do.
So we will start with the Crowell Company's the Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. It's time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowell Companies have offices open from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 o'clock in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
And we're going to go with Nolan McCullough, the quarterback for the Penn Kingsmen. He had a 20-yard rushing touchdown, a 79-yard rushing touchdown, and a 10-yard rushing touchdown, plus over 100 yards passing. So he had with just those three plays, he's got 100 yards rushing. So I'm sure his yards per carry was pretty darn good. He had over 150 yards rushing. So he had a great game. I mean, he's a multi-dimensional quarterback. He's got a few kinks to work out with his passing game, but I think he makes up for it with his feet. So he did a great job tonight, and he's the Crowell Lantern Man superhero of the game.
And let's go to the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Boilermakers Local 374, Earn While You Learn with Boilermakers Local 374. The Blue Collar Player of the Game tonight was?
Travis Davis. Now, he didn't have a score tonight, but from the in between the 20s, he was the Valparaiso Vikings workhorse tonight. He was over 30 carries, over 100 yards. He was a wrecking ball out there. He's a bulldozer. He's gonna, if he can stay healthy, because he takes a lot of big hits out there. But if he can stay healthy the whole season, he's gonna end up with over 1,000 yards this year easily.
He was certainly one of the unsung heroes of the game today. And now let's get into the highlights here. The Proud Union Home Play of the Game, as we name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, presented by IKROCC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters.
Here we go. We're looking at it right here. It's 1.4 seconds left on the clock, and you got Justin Clark scrambling around, gets right to the 35, throws a dart right over the head of a defensive back to Scott Brindley, and he catches the ball for a touchdown with no time on the clock. What a great play. Josh Clark looked like he had all the answers at that point, and he just played a great second quarter, and then sort of the wheels came off in the fourth quarter for him. But, again, he had no blocking up front. He was scrambling for his life out there when he had to throw. But what a great play to end the half, and take the lead at halftime.
It was a great night here at Valparaiso. Football is officially back, and we'd like to thank our crew for tonight, our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, operations manager, Rich Castillo, video coordinator, Claude Martinez, sports director, Jack Thiel. The broadcast crew was myself, Leo Stodder, and Jay Simmons. Our great producers, Zach Miller and Milton Johnson. Special thanks to the coaches from both sides, Bill Marshall from Valpo and Corey Yeoman from Penn. The athletic directors from both sides as well, Valpo's Stacy Adams and Penn's Jeff Hartz. For viewers, you can find this at youtube.com/regionsport, facebook.com/regionsports, regionsports.com, ihsatv.com. You've been watching the Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.